So one of the biggest takeaways from College Football 25 so far is that everyone and their grandma is getting spanked on by Heisman difficulty, mainly due to the offensive line basically not existing. Seems like the pass game, you have to throw really short, and then for the run game, it works here and there, but obviously once you get into open field, it's a little bit easier. Juke ability and all that is definitely pretty strong in this game. Of course, I have played a bunch of different games with a bunch of different teams that rank in different values for offense, defense, team overall in general, and I think for now, these are definitely the sliders I'm going to be going with going forward. It's been one of the biggest reasons why I haven't even started a dynasty, other than I don't know what team to choose. There was actually a lot of people that ironically did say Wisconsin. I'm from Wisconsin. That is the team I would root for. I don't watch a whole lot of college football, but that is, the main team I would root for, of course. Looking at these sliders, we're going to start off with our game options. Quarter length is the one thing I haven't tested yet. I feel like for Road to Glory, 5 minutes is actually pretty decent, but that's for sim, so I usually go with a 7 or 8 minute quarter length on most, football games in general. As far as a minimum play clock, why is that not going down? Okay, usually you want to go something around 15 seconds, give it, the AI a chance to audible. All this doesn't really matter. As far as the passing types and all that, I'm not super in-depth with this. You're probably going to want somebody that's like super tryhard, maybe like Ultimate Team or something. This is all just a personal preference, to be honest. Auto flip, usually I turn that off. We don't want that on. Do we want this on? Yeah, actually we do want that. Defensive switch assist, no. All that, no. Injuries and fatigue, you could probably lower fatigue a little bit because I do worry about the wear and tear feature, which seems a little too strong for injuries. And then speed, it already feels really hard on defense to keep up with offensive players, so we're not going to touch any of that. For the penalties, we're going to have 60 for offside, 55 for false start, 55 for holding, 55 for face mask, 50 for illegal block in the back. Roughing the passer is going to be at 45. Defensive pass interference is 55, which I know normally you want to lower that down, but the AI is already really aggressive, so this isn't like Madden where you need that lower so they're more aggressive. You need these guys to be less aggressive, and then everything else we pretty much just have as on. For the QB accuracy slider, this one's a little iffy because I get so much inconsistent results. I get a lot of games where I can't miss a pass, and then even on these sliders, I get games where I can't hit a pass, and guys just missing a lot, but 52 I think is fine, somewhere in the 48 to 52 range. Pass block all the way up to 65. You still get pressured really hard on Heisman, even with 65. Wide receiver catching, I would maybe even argue dropping this down to 45. You get a lot of contested catches. I don't know about pure jump balls, but catching traffic plays, you're sitting there, you throw it to them, they get hit shortly after, they hold on usually. Run blocking, believe it or not, I'm going to put it down to 48. I think run blocking, for the most part, from what I've played, is not really a problem. Ball security, there's a lot of fumbles in this game. Put it at 55, but I still like to see fumbles. I want to see those big hits actually mean something. Reaction time at 58. Interceptions at 45, which you could even lower, probably even more. The defensive side of the ball, the CPU definitely is going to get a drop because they don't drop anything. You throw the ball as you're being hit, and the D lineman will one-hand the damn thing. Pass coverage at 53. Tackling at 55 because it's really hard to just play defense in general. Field goal power, I have it at 52, with accuracy at 53, because kicks are pretty hard to do this year. In this game, I say this year as if this is, a yearly release. It will be, but yeah, not as of right now. It's not been a yearly release. Those are the player skill sliders, but honestly, the bigger thing is the other side, the CPU. We've lowered some of the things down. QB accuracy is down to 45. Pass blocking is 47. Wide receiver catching at 42, because otherwise, they're basically just going to dog on you the entire game. Run blocking at 41. This, I would maybe argue, you can go all the way up to 44, 45, but I like it at 41. I still see a lot of wide open lanes, but you're still able to get off the shed if you manually use her and make the play yourself. Ball security at 50, you could argue putting that up to 55 as well, but like I said, I want to see fumbles exist, even though they're already pretty strong, in this game. I want those fumbles to, those hit sticks to mean a little more. I know you have the wear and tear, but in general, I just want them to mean more. Reaction time at 42, interceptions at 30, because they'll still intercept the hell out of the ball. Pass coverage at 33, and then tackling at 52, because right now, and it is really hard, on either side, if you're defending it or you're attacking with it, to stop juke moves, spin moves, and just change a direction type plays. So when you actually do get a hand on someone, you want them to have a good chance at getting you. As far as field goal power for them, 51, accuracy 48, because the AI usually, if they're in that 50-ish range are going to hit it every time. Punt power at 50, and then 70 for accuracy because I just don't trust EA punts. EA punting for the CPU is always usually really, really bad. As far as the kickoff power, we have it at 50. I think that makes a lot of sense. When I was looking back at this, the only maybe issue I would see is maybe a little higher in the pass coverage, but ultimately, even with 65 pass block sliders, you're still getting pressured pretty hard. I'll have some gameplay at the end of this thing that you can look at, but you're still getting pressured pretty hard, and, you know, you still kind of need a little bit of an opening. Otherwise, as of right now, Heisman feels like, you know, just drag route city. It's just nothing but short routes and, you know, potentially run calls. But for right now, these are the sliders I think I'm going to go with. Still deciding on what team I want to do for a dynasty. I know a team builder, that whole website's like kind of coming out, and people have been looking into that and doing that. I'm not sure what I want to do with that just yet, but that is basically it for the actual sliders. We're going to show you some gameplay that I, you know, tested out. Some good, some bad, and I think that's good. You know, you don't want it to be consistent across the board when it comes to like, oh, this always works. Oh, this always doesn't work. You know, you want it to be like, oh, that actually worked this time. That's sweet. But that's pretty much it from me. You're going to just see some gameplay clips, and that's really how it's going to end. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate your support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, Pkr Plays for non-Madden content. On to the gameplay.
No matter what the defense tries to take away. Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him or feature him because he's just that good. He's got a yard out to the football. Be consistent. Make that defense physically meet the challenge. Feeling some heat. And the deep medium. To the air. It's Daniels. Finds his back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down. Fires to the right. It's incomplete. Trying play action. Coming after it. They get to him as third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. They keep attacking through the air. Not quite in rhythm. Quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in, they'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And the time's up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz. Finds his target down the backed up against the wall. They'll run play action. Let's it go to the end zone. And that ball is picked off. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately. The give is to Taylor. Got the first down and still on his feet. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Really nice job. Off the play fake. Got his man down the middle. Tackle is made.
That seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. Those guys being on the same page there.
He'll do it himself. They make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback. Third and short. Scanning the field. It's Brosmer. Throws toward the end zone. And they'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's
have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively now that they know we're throwing?
Third and long from the 28. They'll go to the ground. Dances away from one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Dances away. He finds the misfire on the 49-yard field goal attempt. Sets him up with pretty good field position at the 32. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. On the ground, it's Hammond. And he was able to get away. They'll go to the ground. At the 45 on his way. Fresh set of downs. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. The give to the tailback. They bring it a little better, sir. I don't know if I can quote the great Reese Davis. That was very ungood. Not a productive first down play. He got loose right on him. Man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth.
Dropping back, it's Yarnell. He's got the tight end. They make this after the miss on the last drive. Back to the air one more time. Got it in the middle. It's Mumpfield.
Defense there, third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly.
He's looking to throw. And it's caught! Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
Ion that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome...
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's got his man. They'll try to run for it. And the Broncos are...
Play on third down here early in the game. They're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to...
Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Brings it down on the right side.
Early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
And it just will be a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. It's good. Give to the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got on the option. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Power football with the run. Running hard and getting long from the 26. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. He's going to throw deep right side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Tigers. What? Give to the back. Makes a man miss. And he was 86-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the freshman Luckbert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly complete. He knew exactly where he...
That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm.
Now on 2nd down. They're going to throw it again. Always a welcome play from here. To the air, it's Nelson. And he got... Here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They've got the screen set up.